That's right. It's Dallas week. And we're coming here today from the Angry Birds Fans Hangout podcast, bringing you a reaction of the game between your Philadelphia Eagles and the Bears, the Chicago Bears. That's right. And if y'all didn't know, the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Jaguars in overtime. So it is a victory Monday for us here, for us as Eagles fans. It's always a great day or great way to start your week, especially when the Dallas Cowboys lose and our Philadelphia Eagles win. But I tell you what, this was a grimy game, and so we're gonna be reacting to the highlights of this game. I'll be giving you some of my thoughts about what we should have done or why we weren't doing it, and why were we having problems during this game. So we'll kind of use the highlights to talk about it. So if you have any comments or anything about this game, go ahead and please follow, like, and subscribe for our YouTube channel. And if you're not a subscriber to our podcast, please subscribe to our Angry Birds Fans Hangout podcast on any of the pod platforms you listen to. Please subscribe there. You can also reach us at Twitter at UMCIE, or you can follow us on Facebook at Angry Bird Fans Hangout. You can comment or send us messages there, and you'll get updates to our latest episodes on the podcast. So let's get into it. We're going to start by going over this game to see what's happening between the Eagles and the Bears. Okay, so the Bears get the ball first. They kind of surprised me between the Eagles and the Bears. Okay, so the Bears get the ball first. They kind of surprised me that they came out throwing the ball. I guess they wanted to get Justin Fields going, but on that play, St. Brown coming into this game was their best receiver, and he got hurt on that first play. He got hit pretty hard, and I think he left the game with a concussion and never came back. So that kind of hurt the Bears throughout this game also. So they trying to establish a little run game here, trying to get Montgomery going. But I'm pretty sure the Eagles defense had an eye on Justin Fields. So here he goes. He's trying to run on his 31. We did a pretty good job here. One guy that's playing very well is Kayvon Wallace, man. Kayvon Wallace he filled in that spot really well. So they go for it here on 4th down, 4th and 2. Oh, you see that? That was a great pass by Justin Fields. So if you're looking at here in fast time, it looks like the receiver dropped the ball, but during the game they showed it in slow motion, and actually Avonte Maddox here, number 29, gets his hand on the ball and is able to knock the ball out of the receiver's hands or keep him from making a catch. So great play by Avonte Maddox on that one. And so we take over on downs here. And like I said, Kayvon Wallace replacing Reed Blankenship. He had a great day. He led the teams in tackles. And here's Jalen Hurts. And this was at this point his best pass of the game. And I was like, oh yeah, he's on the money. And one thing I could say in this first half that caught me off guard was that the Eagles came out throwing the ball. I thought we was gonna come in running the ball first, trying to get everything going, get everybody warmed up, get into the groove of things. But we came out passing, what kind of shot me because the weather was not great that day or on this day yesterday in Chicago. It was like 19 degrees, but with the windshield, and the wind was like 20, blowing 20 or gusting 20 plus miles per hour, and it felt like 60 degrees out there. So I'm surprised they came out throwing the ball, which kind of would hurt us here in the first half, and you'll see in the highlights. But great catch and great throw by Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts. But this pass right here, I don't know if on that pass the wind played a factor, or anything. I mean, there was still a holding call on that play, so even if it was incomplete, I don't know. The Bears probably they probably would have took the penalty, but I think Jalen Hurts, either he didn't put enough air on it or maybe that wind kind of affected the ball. I think he was trying to get it to A.J. Brown there. So the Bears get it back. That was our first turnover of the day. We had 3. So here comes Justin Fields still passing. And as you can see, our rush was not getting there at first. And our defensive backs were playing pretty good coverage. See, look at Justin Fields had a day. But I think at this time we were playing, trying to contain him in the pocket, not trying to over-rush him at first, trying to keep him in the pocket from getting runs like that. And so here we go. Boom. Now we start doing these stunts and twists. So if we go back on that, you'll see. And we've been doing a lot more of these lately. We've been doing a lot more of these stunts. So you're going to see Josh Sweat come around here, come into the middle, open, and he has a lane straight to Justin Fields to get his first sack of the day. He had 2. Hassan Reddick had 2, and Javon Hargrave had 2. They were feasting on Fields this game. Good rollout pass there by Justin Fields. He really surprised me with his passing today in this game. And Javon Hargrave with his first sack. Look at that. This Eagles defensive front is feasting. So we get the ball back. Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith, man, that dude in the first half he had 100 yards receiving. He was going off today, or off in this game. He was going off. And there goes A.J. Brown, trying to get him in the game. He didn't have that great a first half. He starts going off more in the second half, and you'll see during the highlights here. So then Jalen Hurts was really moving the ball in this one. A.J. Brown again. And so we ended up on this drive kicking a field goal. And luckily we didn't miss it because of how weather during this game to go 3-0. And Justin Fields using his legs, man. This dude is dangerous. He is freaking dangerous with his legs. If you give him some weapons, man, this guy, he's gonna be like Jalen Hurts. He's gonna have a really good career. See, he uses his legs, man. He can open up plays, man, with his legs. Here comes Hassan Reddick. Ooh, look at that hit. Bang! Fletcher Cox unable to recover that ball, man. We really needed him to recover this ball. Get that turnover. And look at this play right here. This has got to be one of the best quarterbacks runs I've seen this year. I don't know how he got away from Reddick on that one, but look at that. But he didn't score a touchdown on this. He stepped out of bounds, I think, like at the 10-yard line or something, but it was still, man, these guys, I don't know, they're scared to hit quarterbacks, man, and scared to get, because they're scared they're going to get a penalty. That's why I'm not a fan of these new quarterback rules, because a lot of times these guys, if they didn't have these rules, they probably would light these quarterbacks up on runs. Like even Jalen Hurts would get lit up. And that was a bad pass by Jalen Hurts on there. I don't know if we can see it from this angle, but that was his second interception on the day, and both his interceptions were in the first half. But he was trying to throw it to Quez Watkins on an out, and I guess Quez Watkins tried to take it up on the seam up the middle, and it was just miscommunication on that play. And here goes Hassan Reddick's second sack of the game. Man, this play right here put the Chicago Bears out of field goal range because of the weather. They didn't go for the field goal, so they took a penalty and they decided to punt the ball here. I guess they were like, our defense is playing well. We're stopping the Eagles on offense, getting turnovers. Let's pin them deep, but it's going to come back to bite them in the butt here. I mean, I get why they did it, but sometimes you gotta be aggressive, especially playing a team like the Eagles. You gotta be really aggressive. Gainwell, man, that dude, he's hard to tackle in open space, man. He's really fast, and he's a good receiving running back. And 3rd and 3. Took a deep shot. Look at that. Devontae Smith with a catch, man. He went off this game. And if you saw on this play right here, this quarterback sneak was probably the best call the Eagles had in the whole first half. But we'll go back. Let me see if we can see it on the lineup. Sorry, I had to get back here, but I want to stop it. Okay, stop it here. Okay, you see how the Eagles aren't spread. They have no running back in the back. So you got 2. You got like slot receiver here. And I think this is Gainwell down here. He's the running back. A.J. Brown. I want to say this. I don't know if this is Zach Pascal or... I think this is Devontae Smith up here, and this is one of the tight ends. But they're showing, they're showing the blitz already, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're going to bring this guy up. So it's going to be an all-out blitz. They stay in man-to-man. You got a safety here that's high and one-on-ones down here. Jalen Hurts is going to wait to see what this guy does. If he drops back in coverage, either way he might run, he might not, but he probably has one of these guys out here that he's going to throw to. So he's dependent on to see what happens here. And then plus he also has one-on-one down here. So if this guy comes up the blitz, then Jalen Hurts automatically knows I'm taking it to the house. Because there's nobody's going to be left in the field because he's going to stay over here to cover. These guys are covering on this side. It's just you could drive a truck home through this on this play. So here we go. Check it out again. See, he comes up. Jalen Hurts sees it. Nobody. And plus that guy hit the wrong hole. If he would hit the because the center is at 0, he would hit the 2 gap. He might have kept Jalen Hurts from running that ball. Now, Boston Scott had a long return last week against the Giants. And look at this return. He almost took it to the house, man. I told you on my last video reaction that we need to keep Boston Scott back there returning kicks. Brent Covey stays at the punt as a punt returner, and Boston Scott's the kick returner. But in the second half, the Eagles' offense came alive, but we're gonna have another turnover. It's gonna be a fumble. They'll probably show it on the highlights here, but look at that catch by A.J. Brown. And Jalen Hurts, even though he threw 2 interceptions, he was on fire. He ended up with I think 315 yards passing, I think, in this game. And we got a touchdown, and boom. John Hargrave's second sack. That one had to hurt. That had to hurt. They were killing Justin Fields back there, man. And here goes fumble. It's Miles Sanders, and they ruled a fumble because it was a fumble. It was close to not being a fumble, but it was a fumble because he caught it, and he made a football move. And see here, he catches it here. Look, 2 steps, boom, it comes out. And this is Miles Sanders' first. We're 15 weeks into the season, and that's his first fumble. And let's go back on this play too, because I don't understand. I know the fumble put the defense in a bad position here. Okay, so we have not blitzed not once in this game, right? So you see we had the 4-man front here, Hassan Reddick on edge, and they've already done sacked, I think, Justin Fields at this time like 5 times already. So we're going to bring a line, I think Avonte Maddox going to come in on the blitz. They got 3 receivers down here, so these guys are going to roll with these receivers. So it's actually a good play. The running back's going to come out here, and there's some miscommunications on who's supposed to pick them up. Okay, see right there. All these three, two linebackers and Avonte Maddox slot corner blitz coming in. So these guys running over here. So everybody is trying to stay in coverage here. It's not man. It's pretty. It's like a cover two zone blitz, but he sneaks out and look, nobody's there. Nobody's there. I don't understand why we blitzed on that play. Should just the front four. Ooh, Jalen Hurts got popped on that one. That was a good tackle. But we shouldn't blitz. Just let your front four. They've been getting to Justin Fields. Like let them do their thing. Don't need a blitz. Man, BG trying to get his first sack of the game. Man, that's a hard task to do chasing Justin Fields, man. BG didn't get no sacks, but Justin Fields was just too fast for him, man. And look at this is great defense right here. And look at that pop. Hassan Reddick started it, and then Avonte Maddox came in and finished it with the hit to cause the fumble. AJ Brown, this is where he starts going off. He starts going off here in the second half. He ended up with over 100 yards receiving too. So we had 200-yard receivers in this game. So people can say this is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had his worst game. I don't know, man. That dude, he had 3 rushing touchdowns, and that was a good play by Johnson there. But he still had over 300 yards receiving. And Nick Sirianni probably wanted a pass interference call on there. But the defense, man, the defense kept the offense in this game. That was a good play on that 3rd down and 10. If the defense is being aggressive, just throw it to the outside in space and let your guys run to get first down. It's a safe play too. It's a safer play than keep your quarterback in the pocket. But man, Devontae Smith, that was a good pass and good catch by him to get a first down on there. So Miles Sanders didn't have a great day today because he didn't get the ball a lot. I mean, he only carried the rock for 11 times, but he had 42 yards. Jalen Hurts had 315, so yeah, and he also had 61 yards rushing. Kenneth Gainwell, this was a good man. I'll tell you what, these Chicago Bears defenders, man, they're good tacklers. Their record doesn't and Jalen Hurts barely gets that first down. They actually kept Jalen Hurts in check too with in rushing the ball. Oh, look at that tackle too. I'm telling you, these Bears were hitting, man. These Bears were hitting. And couldn't connect on that one. So we tried to get a field goal and the win. I'm telling you, look at that. He kicked it straight. The wind took the ball all the way to the right. That's how crazy that wind was out here. So Bears get a chance. 3rd and 4. Oh. He gets out of that. And he still gets a man. I tell you, Justin Fields is crazy, man. And he gets injured on this one. I think they had a holding that took it back. Man, usually when a quarterback scrambles like that, there's going to be a hold. These linemen are trying to protect their quarterback. So they're bringing it back up. Good play by Slay there, breaking it up. Jalen Hurts trying to finish it off. Does he do it? Boom. Man, Jalen. It hurts. Jalen, the system, it hurts. AJ Brown said on that play he was tired. Here we go, 92% of all the time that quarterback sneak the Eagles do is 92%. The Bears, so they had a penalty, and so we're going to draw another one here. Look at that. They just too, they're too antsy, man. And so we come up here, watch this. Oh, they shift. Look at that shift. The Bears weren't ready for this. They weren't ready. And look at that. Easy. Too easy. The Eagles quarterback sneak is known as 92% because they get it 92% of the time. Nobody's been able to stop. I think they only been stopped one time, and that was really because they did it from like a 3rd and 2, I think. So, I mean, them odds are not great when you do it for that far out. And then a penalty killed one. So Justin Fields still look at that. That's what happens when a quarterback is killing you with their legs. He opens up that field and there's a broken coverage down the field. And they're trying to keep it close, but the Bears weren't really ever in this game. I just don't know. I just never had that feeling. Here we go. AJ Brown get that first down, and that's it. No more timeouts for Chicago, and the game is over. Kneel it down. So it was a grinding win by the Eagles. Dallas Cowboys lose to the Jaguars. So the Eagles now are pretty much in control of getting the being a top seed in the NFC and getting their first round buys and home field advantage. So they play Dallas this week, beat Dallas, and that's it. The rest of the season is done. They pretty much can do what they like with the players, rest players. But I mean, I suggest still playing your starters, at least in the first half. Kind of like treat the last 2 games almost like preseason games, because you still want to keep your teams, your offense, and your defensive players still in sync, but you want to protect them from getting injured because you're still going to have a first week bye. But this game, man, the Eagles are showing why they're still 13-1, because when you're playing games like this against a team that's not supposed to keep it this close, but the weather factored in, and they're a grimy team, they're scrappy. They like to keep games close, even though the last couple of games they lost by more than 10. But I tell you what, the Eagles always persevere. They persevered all season long with these games, except for the Washington Commanders game, and we all know what happened with that. But I hope you enjoyed this content. Hope you enjoyed this reaction to the highlights. If you do, please subscribe. Please like and tune in for more. And if, like I said earlier, I'm Hydro. I'm the host of the Angry Birds Fans Hangout podcast. So come join me. I release episodes every week, and this week is Dallas week, so I'm releasing an episode almost every day. I think I'm doing one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So come subscribe to our podcast so you get the latest on releases of our episodes, or any especially emergency podcasts or updates that we have on the Eagles. And this is a podcast for Eagles fans. This is a channel for Eagles fans, for us to come and comment on our team and root our team, because it looks like this year we might be going all the way. So you don't want to miss this. So until next time, thanks for joining.